This is Steve for GameOn, and we're here once again at the Calgary Comic and Entertainment Expo. I've been attending these events for the past 3 years, and if there's one thing all of these events have in common, it's that I always find a way to empty my wallet. So this year, I've decided I'm going to take you through how to shop successfully at one of these events. So, let's go shopping with Steve. Very unprofessional, Frank. Calgary Expo boasts about 200 artists and almost 600 exhibitors spread out over 250,000 square feet. That's a lot of ground and a large variety of places to spend your money at. Seeing as how this is though, the Calgary Comic and Entertainment Expo, let's start with comics. There are a lot of different places depending on your needs, finding those rare, hard-to-find gems to complete your collection, or looking to get your feet wet with something new. Well, for something new, I'd suggest a trade paperback. How long have you been an exhibitor at Calgary Comic and Entertainment Expo?
Well, I've done it for about 6 years, and been managing it for the past 2 or 3. So,
is there a lot of work that goes into it?
Oh,
like
yeah.
Exhibiting here versus having your own store?
Absolutely. As you can kind of see by looking around here, there's a lot of setup. We've got all these bookcases that are all filled with trades and whatnot. One of the biggest thing about Red Skull Comics is it's trades. You know, the type of selection that we have for the trade paperbacks. So, and then as well, I mean, all the racking and product. This is actually, if you visited the store, you'd see this is probably twice the size of our store. So,
how's business doing? How is your business here? Like with the two things, is it bigger or smaller? Is it a lot more work and stuff like that?
I mean, if we're just talking year on year, we do a huge amount of business here, and it's picking up at year after year after year. I mean, we're probably approaching 100,000 people coming through the doors this year. So yeah, it keeps us hopping for sure. We usually have, like for today, we've had about 22 volunteers that help to pull this off. But if you're not a comic book guy, there are plenty of other things to choose from. Video games, for instance.
How long have you guys been exhibitors here at Calgary Comic and Entertainment Expo?
Just about 5 years now. We've been doing this probably a little bit longer, but as far as Calgary Expo goes, we've been doing the big convention circuit for about 5 years.
How much work goes into that versus running your own store?
Honestly, I think it takes a lot of work to be an exhibitor. You gotta, find a lot of product, especially when you're doing a lot of different cons. We had Vancouver Fan Expo 2 weeks ago, and we sold a lot of stuff there. To find a lot of product within 2 weeks takes a lot of work and time. I mean, running your own store obviously has a lot more cost to it as well, but I would imagine both take a lot of work. I think a lot of people don't understand how much work it takes to get something nice and running very smoothly like this.
Product-wise, how do you choose what you bring and what you don't bring?
Honestly, we try to bring in a lot of variety because people have been asking us for more and more games every year. Honestly, at Fan Expo, we had a guy ask us for Superman 64, believe it or not. So a lot of imports we bring in just kind of based on where we're at. So like anime conventions, we try to bring a lot of Hatsune Miku, a lot of the popular stuff. But we've been branching out more and more every year just because a lot of people have been asking for different things.
And how is business treating you?
It's been great. Like, people have been coming to us. They've been very happy with our selection. They've been happy with our prices. So, and honestly, we get a lot of repeat customers, which is great. And the big thing for us is we like to talk to people about games. So, we don't even consider this work. It's just something fun we get to do.
And if you're looking for something a little more unique, then how about a personalized autograph from one of your favorite celebrities? Try to be patient, though. There's a bit of a wait. Also, a word of warning, autographs can range anywhere between $30 and $200, and group photos can be even higher. After standing in line for so long, though, you might be hungry. They want how much for a hamburger? But I get it. Comics aren't your thing, and you got more than enough video games. You got some attitude there, mister. Well, how about branching out? Adding something new, something artsy. And there's no better place to look than Artist's Alley. They have prints, drawings, statuettes, and assorted doodads, knickknacks, and sassafrats of every imaginable size, shape, and color. Personally, though, when I think art, I think pretty pictures. And to me, nothing is as pretty as the female form.
Hello, ladies.
Very unprofessional, Frank. But I get it. My art is not your art. So how about this? A big-ass sword.
How long have you been an exhibitor here at the CCE?
Are you talking like, I do shows all over Canada. I've been doing that for a better part of 12 years now. So.
Okay, well, just generally, I guess, how long have you been doing that, and how long have you been at the CCE in particular?
This I think is our 4th year at this one specifically, and I've been doing, as I said, for about 12 years now. I love the city of Calgary. It's great.
How's your business been?
So far so good. We're doing about as well as we did last year, so I have no complaints at all. Show's great. I mean, it seems a little slower this year than it did last, but I think that's just because it's more spread out.
How much work is required for setting up here, like compared to doing your own store?
I don't have a physical store. We only do conventions, and I operate online. I don't have a brick and mortar store. I haven't for about 10 years now. Just not a fan of it. Don't like sitting around for 13 hours a day in one spot doing nothing.
Yeah. Okay, all right, one more question on a personal level.
Yeah, what's up?
Which of these swords would you say screams King Stephen the Conqueror? I like it. Makes me feel very manly for some reason.
I'm sure there's a phallic joke in there somewhere. I just haven't found it yet.
Yeah.
For the Calgary Comic and Entertainment Expo, this is Steve for Game On.
This is voice actor Crispin Freeman.
This is Courtney Taylor.
This is Quentin Flynn here, and you're listening to Game On.